Spring is here finally. Now, if the weather could only cooperate. Hi guys, welcome back to my corner of the internet. As you guys can see from the title today, I think this is so exciting because of the process that I've been going through the last few months. What palettes am I enjoying for the month of spring, Where is my brain? Oh my goodness. What are the palettes that I will enjoy for the season of spring? Spring is upon us, you guys. By the time this video goes up, it's a few days off. I am so excited. The weather is, I know I always talk about the weather, you guys. It's just my thing. But the weather has really warmed up to the point where we're getting some 60-degree weather, some 50s. You guys, for us, that is exciting because we're no longer in the 20s where I gotta be bundled up to a T. I'm excited. I am excited, you guys. My pasty white legs are excited to see the sun more. We're just thrilled around here, even though today is gloomy and rainy. But I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it because the weather is warm and my back ain't hurting. All right, so I have some palettes here for you guys. I actually pulled out 8. I went through my collection. I do have some quads, some quints that I would put in as spring, but I mainly wanted to concentrate on palettes, more so because I have been letting go of quite a few palettes recently throughout the last few months. So all of my seasonal palettes that I've had are basically gone. So I wanted to see what it is that is going to inspire me for springtime. What are the colors that I'm going to see, what I'm going to play with. So I do have 8 palettes that I'm excited for, that I feel like I will get use out of, and not one am I debating on whether it's going to leave or not. So if you're interested to see what spring is blooming for us on this side of the world, stay tuned. Like I mentioned, it is gloomy and rainy outside today, so I didn't want to wear a full-blown spring outfit. So this is the most color that I have in a sweater. So this is why we're wearing color, because I need to still be warm, but colorful at the same time. So this is one of my most colorful sweaters and I love it, even though I stand out like a sore thumb, but I don't really care. No particular order. I have all of these palettes here. I am going to just mainly give you inspiration to shop your stash, look at your makeup collection, see what you have. Maybe some of these palettes will inspire you to create your own through singles, or if you do have them, pull them out, enjoy them for the springtime. This is what I would consider spring. We're still kind of having days like this where it's gloomy and you're still not 100% in the bright cheeriness, but you still don't want to wear your deep vampy shades anymore. So this is what I am going to reach for, what I'm gravitating for, and I am excited to play around with these. So first and foremost is a palette. I don't even know if it still exists or not. This is the Smashbox Cover Shop palette in Petal Metal. This palette to me is just absolutely beautiful. This is a perfect palette that goes from spring to summer for me. It's soft, it's beautiful, it's light, but you can also deepen it up and go more like a smoky eye. But the shimmers in here just are different shades and I really like them. It gives you like a pinky peachy undertone to them, coppery shades. I love this palette. This is definitely one of my favorite Smashbox palettes I've ever owned. It is beautiful. I really do enjoy this one. And this one I'm excited to just play around with. This is a perfect one that I feel comfortable with wearing every day to work, for my daily life, and not feeling out there, but I could still have some sort of color to it and I look more put together. When I think of spring, I think of being more awake, more vibrant, more cheery in the face instead of being like gloomy and deep and sultry. I completely switch sides and I go more light in my makeup. So this is something that really goes with that theme that I enjoy. Here's another one that I truly enjoy for this time of year, and that is the What's Up Beauty Geodes. This one is spring. This reminds me of an Easter egg. This does not remind you of Easter. The shades of it, like me painting an Easter color. I love these. And these are perfect because I can grab these shimmers in here and pop them on anything that I have and just play around with them. Just enjoy them. Give it a little bit of more of a vavoom to the look. And these are beautiful. Love them. What's Up Beauty is very underrated and it is such a beautiful formula, such a beautiful brand. The quality is amazing. These have stood the test of time for me. These are still rocking and I'm enjoying them. So this one, even the outside kind of reminds me of spring, like the tulips, the daffodils that are coming up, the birds that are chirping. I actually just ran a few errands this morning, and the birds were chirping through the rain, and I could not be happier. I could not do this video without bringing this one in. I will say that I believe this is my newest palette. If I were to say, this is only came into my life as of last summer. So this is the Southern Spring palette by Sydney Grace. So this one, as you guys can see, it's actually perfect for right now for March. But I love the fact that it's a transition from winter to spring. And this is one of those palettes that'll do that to me, where those days that are gloomy, I still have those deeper colors, but those days that are bright and cheery, I have these lighter colors in here. The colors in here are really pretty. It's more of like your Irish spring, kind of, not the soap. I mean like the country, where everything is green and you have cobblestone everywhere. It's a little bit gloomy, but the air is light. It's rainy, but you still see the color in the flowers throughout the grass being bright and green. So this is what reminds me of this. I've never been, but the pictures that I've seen are beautiful. So this is something that I'm probably going to reach for the most right now, because this is where it actually fits the most right now in the days where it's not too bright and shiny and warm, but I'm still getting some of that. The next few should be no surprise. The next one that I have is the Retro Glam from Natasha Denona. This is the time of year where I would reach for this one. This one gives you those greens for March, but then you're getting these lighter shades for the springtime. These colors, these soft mint colors, are beautiful for this time of year. You still get grounded with these deeper purpley reddish shades and this shade right here. So you're not getting the full-on bright and cheery yellows and oranges, but you're still getting that nice soft color. You're getting out of the deeper shades, the blues, the burgundies, the deep vampy shades, but you're adding a little bit of softness to it. And I do like it. These pink, peachy pinks are beautiful. So I'm going to be pulling this one out as well. There are some shades in here that I really do enjoy, and I'm actually looking forward to see what color combos I'll have. Maybe I'll do looks with some of these palettes and some get ready with me's. This one is no surprise. It has been in this ranking or in this kind of video for quite some time, and that is the Sydney Grace Tiny Marvels. For me, this one, again, it's going from winter to spring. It is beautiful. I love it. This one, I kid you not, if you have this one, you could skip out on the next one, and I'm going to show you because they're very similar in tones. I don't know if anybody ever thought of that. There might be a video out there of somebody saying that they're similar, but I will say that this is beautiful. I really do enjoy it. I still love it. This one, the formula is still it's still rocking, still doing fine. It's nothing wrong with it. Sydney Grace has a beautiful formula. I really do enjoy them. I'm looking at this palette and I can see how dirty it is because of how much I've used it. Takes forever to hit pan on Sydney Grace. These are gonna last your lifetime. I love Sydney Grace's formula for that reason. And the beauty of this is they're magnetic, so you can pull these out if you want to. So this is one that I'm gonna be pulling out. And again, you're seeing those deeper shades in here, but then you're going to the bright, soft shades. I'm actually really looking forward to this one. So the next one is the one that I said that's very similar to it. That's the Anastasia Nouveau. If you guys, let me pull these both open so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So maybe if you have one, you don't need the other one. The magnet on the Sydney Grace is no joke. Like, I had to use both hands for that sucker. So if you see here, you're getting similar vibes in both of these palettes. You're getting those deeper shades, but then you're getting those bright pops of shades. This one's actually the one that I'm wearing on my eyes today. I have it all on, and I love the look that I came out with this. So I ended up using this color right here. I ended up using a little bit of this one. Then I ended up using Lily, which is right over here all over the lid. And then in my outer V, I ended up using this green one. So I really like this palette. This is a beautiful palette. Again, if I like the Tiny Marvels, I'm going to like this one. And this formula from Anastasia is superb. I really do like it. So this is one that I'm going to be reaching for. I do enjoy it. I'm actually wanting to do a look with this purpley shade that the Tiny Marvels also has. I feel like this one's a little bit more purple. I'm going to have to look at that. But I love those kinds of pops of shades. I love that one and done with this kind of purple. It's just really, really pretty. So I'm actually looking forward to using this one more. All right, this one's an oldie but a goodie. Again, I don't know if this is available or not. This is the Dominique Cosmetics Latte 2. This is where I see spring turning into summer. So I'm getting these bright shades over here, watermelon-y, minty, the orangey yellow kind of shade, but then you're grounding it with a lot of neutrals, but the neutrals are deeper, richer, getting a little bit to the warmer end, but not too much, where you can mix and match. I love these. I love this for like a neutral color look and then a pop of color on the lower lash line as a liner on the outer V, in the inner corner. This is a beautiful palette for that. And every time I see this palette, if it wasn't for these, I think it's more neutral, but those colors make it fun. That's what makes it fun. And for me, it's more of spring. So I'm going to be keeping this one out for spring. Last but not least, I had to do a Pat McGrath one. This is the Utopian Dream. This is that fairy beautifulness that you would love in the springtime. When I think of this palette, I think of spring, but I think of more of like that fantasy where you have that garden with a creek going down it and you see like fairies in this picture with mushrooms and like, I don't know, I'm just picturing like this mystical spring day with all that fantasy stuff. That's what I think about when I look at this palette. These shades are beautiful. Looking at it from this angle, it's green, but then from you guys, it's looking, you see that in the mirror, how it's changing from one color to the other. It's just beautiful. And this one, purple to blue. This shade is stunning. And these colors right here are more of like your peachier, more burgundy shade. So it's brightening your face up, it's lighting you up, it's getting you excited for the warm weather, even though some of us don't like to be sweaty. Believe me, I love to be sweaty. I'd rather be sweaty than freezing because my back ain't gonna hurt. But I love this one. I love this one, and I'm gonna be using this one a ton as well for spring. Like I mentioned, I have other palettes that I would pull out quads and things, but these are the fun ones. These are the ones that, this is where I wanted to kind of showcase where I'm going with my eyeshadow palette collection. As you guys saw, I don't have a ton of colorful palettes, but the ones that I'm pulling out have color, but still everyday shades in them. And this is how I want my eyeshadow palette collection to look like. More of this than just bright and colorful shades in there, because I'm going to use this more than I would an all colorful palette shade. Even this one, I feel like this is my most colorful one that I pulled out, but I still have shades that'll ground me and I won't look like I'm constantly wearing a full-blown colorful look when I really don't want to, and I just want to have like pops of shades or a little bit of it around somewhere. And I feel like I'm using the palette as a whole. So these palettes are fun. I might end up keeping these in a drawer just to pull them out more on top of my Shop My Stash. I am feeling like I need to redo my Shop My Stash pretty soon because spring is coming. I want to change out my eyeshadow sticks. I want to change out some of my singles. I'm getting to that point where I'm like over the taupe. I want more of like the warm golds in there, the bright browns, the smoky, sultry shades. So you might be seeing us Shop My Stash towards the end of March into April because I am really itching to do that, and I'm excited to see what I'm going to play with because it's so much fun. So these palettes I love, I enjoy. I'm going to keep these out so then I can reach for them a little bit more. Maybe do Get Ready With Me's. If you're interested in any of these while I do a topic with you guys, use it on camera so you guys can see how I would use it. I have a lot of fun. I really did. See, I did the green on the outer part. You can see it's very soft, but it's there, and I love that. I love that about these palettes. So I'd love to hear what you're pulling out for the springtime. If there's any palettes that maybe I might have that I might not consider as a spring that I'll pull out. I know I got rid of quite a bit of spring palettes that I'm okay with. I'm happy with the ones I'm pulling out. Thank you guys so much for watching, clicking on this video, watching it, supporting it, sharing it, doing all of the things you guys do. I really, really do appreciate it. You guys are amazing. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week and a wonderful first day of spring whenever that happens. Hopefully it's a beautiful day, not a gloomy day. That's what I'm hoping for. That's all I can ask for is just give me some sun. Just give me some sun. All right, guys, that's all that I have for you guys. Another video on the screen. I will catch you in that video. Until then.